So, I don't really know what this video would be. It might be me looking back on, I don't know how and why I wanted to do the channel with the guys way back. My thoughts on, YouTube state, a general update on the channel in general, or just a ramble. So, hey, I guess would be the first one. How you guys doing? Some random dweeb didn't get a hold of the channel and decided to make a bunch of weird AMV parody looking Smash Brothers videos that are a lot on the erotic side. No, that's just me. That was just me the whole time. So, if no one knows by now, and it's been mentioned in a couple of videos, so it's not like it's a super dark secret, but I was on YouTube way before I was, doing stuff with the guys that I met in college. I used to be ZeroWolf64 on YouTube, and to put it in Leon's words and a lot of other people's words, I was a fuckboy. I was very young, very shy, extremely socially awkward, and I made a lot of cringe-worthy videos on YouTube. I did and said a lot of cringe-worthy things when I was younger. I kind of had a very small, I wanted to say that, because I'm kind of a footnote, to be honest, like not even like a speck of dirt in the old, in that small history, but back when Machinima was actually making Machinima,
you're all in mortal peril.
And Brawl Machinimas were the biggest thing in the world, because everyone realized that if they had an SD card, they too could put Gecko OS on their Wii and just fucking mod the shit out of Super Smash Bros. Brawl. And anyone could make a Machinima. And I did so as well. And I did that for a time. I also dabbled in a lot of other things that I thought I was good at, and looking back, I was not at all.
Bakugan the Abridged Series, Episode 1, Bakugan, the battle begins! Dan, I put your lunch in the fridge. Oh! Bakugan are awesome sauce. Or I'm gonna make you squeal like a piggy. Wow! Foolish civilians! No one can save you now! Guess again, sucker, cause it's Black Lightning to the rescue. Mr. Owl, how many puffs of crack does it take to get high? Just one.
Oh, go, take a quick fill! We invite you to swallow some sperm! Chris is straight, we guarantee! There are no girls allowed! Unless you're boyfriend free!
If you need some help with evil plans, who you gonna call? Action Rangers!
So I did a little bit of that, and there was a little bit of, bullying.
My name is ZeroWolf.
When his parents thought he couldn't be any more of a mistaken child, he got his very own computer, and his masturbation went wild.
I fucking love you, Don, and your hot-ass penguin, too.
Which, everyone gets on this pedestal of, like, cyberbullying, and yeah, it's bad, and some people can take things a little bit too far, and some people, during that time of me at ZeroWolf64, did kind of take things to a little bit of an extreme, but I say now, looking back on it, I actually appreciate it. It's weird to say. I actually appreciate being bullied. Because if I wasn't bullied, I would maybe stick to the same person that I was back then. I wouldn't have grown and realized that certain things that I said, certain actions that I did, and, basically how I carried myself way back, not having that negative experience, I might have just thought that that was okay. And I wouldn't have maybe met the friends that I met in college, or, took a look at myself later and said, you know what, maybe I should not be as cringy and awkward and, you know, actually try to it's weird because I don't want to like throw shade at people because socialization is so hard sometimes, and even now, you know, I'm a lot more articulate than I used to be. I still am dumb as fuck at times. I still make very dumb decisions, but that's how it happens, you know. As you grow, you evolve, and, you know, you're not perfect. No one's perfect. You're still going to make mistakes. Everyone does. Leaps and bounds from where I was way back when to now. I mean, so I appreciate the bullying, pretty much.
It was then Zero Wolf learned his lesson's so quick that he's not funny, his videos are crap, and he should just shut his dick!
So then after that, you know,
Hey guys,
I took I
064
kind of
here,
left,
just a
then
few
came back with the
announcements
same
that are very
exact
important.
username. You know, 'cause I just
As
loved
of
that
today, I'm
Zero
packing
Wolf
up all my
64
videos,
name. It was like the
downloading them
coolest
so I
thing in
can
my
have them,
mind.
and, I'll be
You know, I
leaving
fucking
YouTube.
loved Star Fox, and Wolf O'Donnell was
I'm
super
probably
cool
not
in
gonna
my
come
mind,
back.
and
I know a
Nintendo
lot of you
64 is
don't
my
really
favorite
care, but I'm
console,
just
so I had
letting you
to
guys know. For
keep
the
on
people that have been defending
banging
me, I
that
thank you,
fucking
and I
username drum,
appreciate
and
it.
you know, I changed it to XD7, which, you know,
Guitar Master X. 7! It's 7! You fucking idiot!
those who don't know now is, you may know him as Lyle McDouchebag. Yeah, so I took a break away from it, and then I went to college, you know, pursuing that media degree, which is useless to me now. Thank God I only went for an associate's. Associates. Volume 2 of high school, in my opinion. But went to college, got introduced to the Sci-Fi Club, which is now, unfortunately, named Nerdvana. If there wasn't any pussy in that room before, there isn't any now. So I met all the friends that I kind of have now there, all the crew of Team Not Crash, Sasquatch, Spencer, Bob, Nito, Leon, Danico, Jake, Broku, Lee. Well, I met Lee later on because I met through Leon, so, you know, they're kind of connected. And, I heard that they were doing a channel. Kind of threw my hat in the ring there, saying like, hey, you know, I used to do YouTube things, and I thought I was pretty okay. Wasn't amazing, but I thought it was pretty okay. And they had another one of our college friends, Torian, who was their editor, and he wasn't kind of in the right, I guess, in the right mind space to like really do the editing and stuff like that. So they decided, hey, let's bring DJ aboard and let's see what happens with him. And then we sat down 3, maybe 4 years ago. It feels so long. At Jake's house, and we recorded the first part of our Castlevania Lords of Shadow playthrough on a shitty laptop mic with an Elgato recorder. And we just took it from there, and we enjoyed it. We had a lot of laughs with it. It was very enjoyable. Way back, I mean, when I was like 9 and 8, I used to have a VHS player and recorder, and I used to, when I was playing like SmackDown, WWE SmackDown, you know, the PS2 games, PlayStation 1 games, I used to actually put a blank VHS tape, no joke, like a blank VHS tape in the VCR, press record, and record myself playing the game. And then I would show it to my parents, being like, look what I made. And they both looked at each other like, what the do we need to send him to a counselor? Does our son need help? What the fuck is he trying to show us? I feel like that was a gateway. And then I realized when I saw on YouTube one day Smash Tasm, which was Shippage's Melee machinima, I thought, wow, people can actually do this. And I went and I got that fucking piece of shit Dazzle. God, that thing was a piece of crap. And I tried and I recorded my first machinima.
Well, I think what led me to Machinimate was I just saw all these people like Shippage and all them doing Machinima, and you know, I'm a big fan of video games and Super Smash Brothers, and I said, you know what, I have Super Smash Brothers Brawl. I figured I might as well do it. I mean, I love Machinima making, and I just, you know, I love writing, and I just like, you know, to make stories. So, I guess that's what really led me to do it. I actually saw a flash called Zarbon's Masterpiece Theater, where Zarbon from Dragon Ball Z interviewed all these guys from Dragon Ball Z. And I figured, wow, that could actually be like an original Machinima idea. So I figured I'd make one, and I was trying to figure out who should I make the interviewer as. And I figured, well, Wolf would be a good candidate, and I guess that's how it really came to be. Jonavision, my voice actor for Wolf, we are thinking of maybe doing a few more characters and saving Machinima interviews for the last season. And hint, hint, we might have a Super 64 interview if Shippage is willing.
Which was an idea that I stole from an animation called Zarbon's Masterpiece Theater, which I highly recommend you go look up on YouTube. It's really funny. It's basically Zarbon interviewing other Dragon Ball Z characters, and it's basically like they were actors on an anime show, but they still have anime powers. It's funny. I would look it up.
This just in. I'm toasted.
I'm a bit altered myself.
Shh, okay, we're starting the show. Welcome back to Paper Demon Media Studios. I'm Zarbon, and this is Zarbon's Masterpiece Theater. Today, our guest is Nappa from Surviving Together and various anime sequences as Dragon Ball Z, and, well, that's about it.
How y'all doing?
So, Nappa, how do you like being...
Holds up way better than Sonic Uncut that I used to watch on Newgrounds. So it was basically Wolf interviewing other Smash characters. I thought it was a cool idea. Forget the guy that I got to be the voice of Wolf later on. He was a really good voice actor. I wonder if he's doing anything now. I'm sure he is.
Hello everyone. My name is Wolf O'Donnell, leader of Team Star Wolf, and I have a little mission for you. Kill Star Fox. I want you to destroy him so I can have my own spin-off game, Star Wolf Adventures.
Met a lot of cool people when I was doing Machinima. It's just a shame that I was kind of a fuckboy, and, you know. Where's this ramble going, is what you're probably saying. Is this even going to get uploaded? I don't know. This might just be me talking into a mic and just not doing anything with it, which is the case for a lot of things that are packed onto a hard drive that just sit there. So, like, footage that has been recorded and just needs to be edited. Down the line, with recent events over the past, like, year on YouTube, it's just fucking difficult for anyone to get up anywhere on YouTube. I really did want to be big on YouTube. For popularity, maybe to, you know, see people like and appreciate something that I made or something like that. Maybe for a little bit of the money and realizing, hey, maybe I can actually make a living on this and, you know, actually build, like, a fan base and live off it. Yeah. The dream, pretty much. That was my dream. I wanted to be a YouTuber. As you grow and as you evolve, you know, you really want to, you know, I live under the philosophy of, if you're not living, like, if you're just working 9 to 5 every day and you're not really enjoying yourself in any capacity, then what's the point of living this life? Because you only get one. And I went under the mindset when I went to college, like, I want to do video production stuff because I like editing, and I want to be able to make money and live off something while also enjoying life because I'm enjoying the work that I do. you know, with that also comes reins from people that you're going to be working with that have their own vision, and you have to subject yourself to what they want out of their vision and put your thoughts and critique to the wayside so you can help them fulfill their dreams, because you're just an editor and you're a small piece in the cog of a machine. Not to mention, in terms of that industry, you really need to know a lot of people, you need to have a lot of connections, and you need to be very social. And while I've improved socially, I am not myself a very social person. So, as YouTube evolved, it's very difficult because we were doing Let's Plays, and I thought that, you know, the little bits and pieces and edits that I put in made us a little bit different. At the end of the day, I can think that, and I can enjoy what I made. And if you're not enjoying what you're making, then no one else is going to enjoy it. That's my opinion on something. And there's a couple of videos that I made that I tried to do so I can maybe get some eyes on the channel. Those unboxing videos, some of them were a little bit forced, if I'm going to be honest. I did love the unboxing of the video game things, though. Those ones I enjoyed. That Nick Box unboxing, though, that was a little bit forced. And, you know, all the other guys, Leon, Bob, you know, Jake, and all them, you know, everyone got busy after a while. Bob had his things. He wanted to run tournaments and stuff like that. He's still kind of doing that to the side. It's kind of weighed down. It's kind of leaned back a little bit. And he's doing great with that, and he's pursued a lot of things. He's met a lot of cool people, and that's what he wanted to do, and I supported him. And, you know, work and family comes first. Like, I'm not going to tell you, like, you better fucking come to record. No, we're not making money off this. And, you know, sometimes I did take running the channel and doing edits and trying to keep to a schedule a little bit too seriously. And that kind of got to the detriment of me mentally. And it kind of exhausted me. I'm not going to lie about that. Leon, work got in the way, but Leon is also the type of person where he's got to be feeling it at the time. He's a free, like Jake has put it, like, Leon is such a free spirit. He will just, when he doesn't want to do nothing, he'll like, nah, I don't want to go out or do anything today and stuff like that, which is fine. I understand. Sometimes you want to just be alone for a bit, you know? Danico is just trapped in work and college hell. I feel bad. I want to see him more too. If you're listening to this, Danico, come back to me, baby. Baby, come back to me. And me personally, I wanted to keep the ship flowing. You know, I still have a bunch of recordings from way back, like maybe 2 years too, and that I still haven't edited, and I kind of just lost a bit of interest myself, even though I still kind of want to do some stuff, but I just never really feel it anymore. And yeah, we all just kind of, it's not that we don't talk anymore. I mean, I wish we saw each other a lot more, and we could do better with doing that, in my opinion. But I generally just enjoyed the company of them, joking around with them, dicking around on a game with them, seeing Bob rage out, drinking with them, watching dumbass wrestling on live streams. I just generally liked hanging out with them at the end of the day, and I just, even if we don't record anything for YouTube or Let's Play, and even if it never even gets uploaded, I just would like to hang out with them more, honestly. Life happens, though. You gotta fucking, you know, work. So, and, you know, I tried to understand YouTube. You know, it's with tags and descriptions and algorithms and copyrights and stuff like that. And I always was such a free spirit, you know. I always use copyright material, music and stuff like that. Sometimes I re-edited some things to get away from copyright, but I always just wanted to do what I wanted to do. And with YouTube even being restricted on like cussing and stuff like that, and that tweet that I brought, it's like, I'm gonna do what the fuck I want, YouTube, because I don't care. And that's true. I do want to just do what I want if I make videos. I don't want to be restricted, which also goes back to the why I probably won't pursue it as a career, because at the end of the day, it is kind of a hobby, less to an extent now, but it's a hobby that I enjoy, and I do actually enjoy editing videos. I could do better with actually finishing some projects, but I enjoy coming up with ideas and editing things and making a final product. It's kind of like my art. getting to the two best friends part of it, all of us enjoyed watching the two best friends throughout the years. I got into them a little bit later than most of the guys, but you know, I'm not gonna say that, you know, we weren't inspired by them, because we were 100% inspired by them. A lot of the things that we did, Button Bashers, Crash and Bash, inspired by a lot of their content, and we do have a similar dynamic to them. Not gonna lie at all, but you know, if four friends that have similar interests, you know, get together, you know, you're bound to have similarities with the two best friends, or the super best friends, the Zaibatsu. And I was watching the video last night. I'll just give my some small thoughts on it. And I was like, when Wooly was saying like they're no longer friends, like I had to go, this is a joke, right? Like this can't be real. It seemed like they were doing fine. And I would watch on occasion. Like I kind of haven't been watching Two Best Friends as much as I used to way back, but I would watch an occasional video or playthrough every now and again. And it kind of sucked to see it, because when we were doing the recordings and not even making money or even at 1,000 subs, sometimes there was tension with me and my friends too. Thank God it never got to a boiling point where it ended friendships, but there was some back and forth heated aggression at times on visionary perspective on things and stuff like that, and I can at times admit to being sometimes controlling of my babies at times. And fortunately for us, it didn't create a gap like that, but just seeing it create a gap between Matt and Pat, it sucks. It's scary. I would never want the YouTube to go get in the way of my friends, and I kind of, at times, I told him, like, listen, I don't want to do this, because I don't want to break a friendship between you guys, because, you know, I love hanging out with you guys. You guys are my bros, you know, and I don't want to ruin that, because they're the first real friends that I've really had, and they still are, and I care about them, you know, just getting into bromance territory. I care for all of them very much so, you know. It would suck if anything were to happen between us and for it to break, because, you know, it took a while for me to get to where I am now, and I owe a lot of it to them, because they were the first real friends that I was able to come out of my shell with, be me, you know, not have to put on a what the fuck, can I even say this word? Facade. There it is. Doesn't even have a P in it, Dan. And just be me and evolve and grow, and I'm really glad that it didn't come to that. So seeing Matt and Pat, it sucks, and it's kind of sad, and I kind of understand in a way where they're coming from. You know, when serious business gets in the way of friendship, sometimes a lot of toes can be stepped on, and a lot of feelings are hurt, and a lot of things can be said that can never be unsaid, and it could just burn that bridge altogether, and there could be no going back from it. And who knows, maybe the bridge can be rebuilt between the two. Maybe this will help them, you know, them going their own separate paths and kind of taking a chill away from each other, not being forced to be in the same place and area and work with each other. Maybe that fence can be mended, and I hope so, because it would suck for that friendship to end, because it generally seemed like a very tight friendship. But if that were to happen to me, I would be incredibly depressed and sad to have my friendship just be broken like that. A big, long friendship like that. It would devastate me personally. So I feel for all the guys in that situation, especially Wooly, who's in the middle of it. It just sucks. It really just does suck, but that's what happens. And through all of this, through my dream of being a YouTuber, growing from a shit-ass kid into a fairly adequate man-child. I just, I don't want to pursue YouTube as intensely anymore. I just want to enjoy life, you know? And, you know, if I gotta work some jobs that I don't like every now and again just to live, I mean, you know, I'm not gonna be a bum. I gotta do it, but I'm always going to make room for myself to do something I enjoy and be happy. I don't want to force things anymore. I don't want to feel like I have to sit down at a computer for hours and edit something because I feel like I have to. I want to sit at a computer for hours and edit something because I want to. Because I find it soothing and enjoyable. Which is why I was making those Smash Brothers things. They're very short, but they're different from Let's Plays. I kind of got bored of editing Let's Plays. There were some parts that I enjoyed, but, you know, it gets tedious and repetitive after a while. You kind of just don't want to do it. And, I'm not going to say... I mean, it's not like I'm saying the Team That Crashed disbanded. I mean, it may feel like that, but we're not. Maybe down the line, when everyone's less busy, when I can get everyone together, maybe we can record some more stuff. Like I said, there's still some stuff that I haven't even recorded. I want to figure out something to do with that eventually. Maybe edit it to a lesser extent. And maybe just upload it in snippets. I'll have to figure that out later, but... I wanna enjoy what I'm doing. I don't wanna look back and say, man, I could have been doing something else that I enjoyed, but instead I tried to force doing that. And there's a lot of cool things that I've gotten to do on YouTube. Edit an intro for OSW Review for Jay Hunter, who is the sweetest man in the world. I may have gotten a little bit irritating in my opinion in like emails with him. But you know, I genuinely, that's one of the highlights for me, is to have like a small edit intro showcase like that. And that'll always stick with me. Meeting a lot of YouTubers at Too Many Games, the two best friends. Not Pat, but Matt and Wooly. Talking with Pat's girlfriend, Peach Saliva, who is so sweet when I met her, like 3 years ago. Really sweet girl. Shoutouts to her. Meeting Cat Icarus, the Team 4-Star guys, Takahata 101, who we've had some of the funniest interviews with. He is the most fun to interview. Bob got to meet Some Call Me Johnny. I had an awkward interaction with him where I tried to buy his coffee at 7-Eleven, and he said, "No, I'm really okay. You could stop trying to offer." And that was kind of awkward. Just really chill people on Discord. Reload Last Save Point. That guy's chill. It sucks that I kind of don't go on Discord anymore. Tyree, Sixlet. A lot of really chill guys. It's all fun and games. Whom Leon met at the Long Island Retro Gaming Convention, and I've had some conversations with over YouTube comments. Chill guy too. And it's just been fun, you know. And I did some things, and I met some people that I never thought I would meet, you know. And it's just nice to have done that. It's nice to have come back to YouTube and kind of redeem the shit-ass kid shit that I used to do, and actually have a really good experience on YouTube. Maybe not the most popular, maybe not the most famous, and maybe probably not even gonna even be remembered by many, but for me and the guys, you know, it's gonna be there. And we can look back on it and laugh on it. And we have laughed at a lot of the stuff that we used to watch, and we still do. You know, we stroke her on dicks every now and again. I certainly do with a lot of the edits, and there's a lot of people on YouTube that are more talented than me. I will say that much, and they're the ones that are making money. And some of them are talented as well and are not making money. And YouTube is really hard to do. But I don't wanna try to post a video link on Reddit and try to force it down people's throats. I don't want to try to wrap my mind around the right type of descriptions or tags that you should put in a video. I don't want to pursue viewers anymore. I don't care anymore. I just don't. Maybe a small part of me does, but I don't want to stress myself up about it anymore. I don't want to have friendships broken because I tried to pursue that dream. It's not worth it to me. I want to live a life where I can enjoy myself, make a decent amount of money, and live happily. I always want to pursue a better life for me, and for the people that I love, and my family, friends. I don't want to be in the status quo, I guess. I want to enjoy what time I have on this place, on this earth. I want to do what I want to do. To an extent, you know. I mean, you still have to live in the, you know, the laws and the restrictions and, you know, the code of life and society and stuff like that. But, you know, I want to be me. Do what I want to do. And, YouTube's in there, but it's not as prevalent in my life as it was before. And I'm fine with that. Not gonna stop, even when back at Zero Wolf 64 was done. And I just had to get away from YouTube and all the toxicity that I was experiencing. Be it my fault or, you know, them taking things a little bit too far. We were wrongs on both ends, in my opinion, after looking back at it. But even after that, I edited some videos to the side that I just didn't want to upload, that I didn't upload, because I still wanted to edit. I still wanted to make things. I still enjoyed editing. For the people that have been watching the channel, it's not gonna go away. We're not gonna not ever make videos ever again. I will upload. When I upload, I will sit down and edit something. When I sit down and edit something, and you'll see me on Discord when you see me on Discord. You know? But if there's a lesson to be learned from a lot of things that have been happening on YouTube and with channels like the Super Best Friends, it's not worth the sacrifices that you can make, or that you would have to make, or that could happen, or the casualties that could happen. It's not worth it just to keep on getting those views and getting that fan reaction and getting those likes. It's not worth trying to force a persona onto yourself that is not true to you. Always comes across way better when you are the truest you that you can be. And I learned that. I learned that in life. And there was a point in my life that I didn't really like me all that much. Well, there's this line in One Piece that Ace says, spoilers.
Thank you for caring about someone like me, who's good for nothing. This world never wanted. Thank you. For loving me.
And that line always chokes me up, because it speaks to me. life can really, really, really suck. And there's a lot of bad and negative people in the world. But it takes a lot to do everything in your power to prove them wrong and to rise above what people may see you as and develop and be seen as what you always wanted to see yourself as. You always need to stay true to who you are. Never lose sight or grasp of that. Ever. We are all on this world for a short period of time. And none of us should be miserable, at least for a long period of time. Be you. Do what you want to do. Take critique. Expand yourself. Grow as a person. But never feel like what you're creating is worth nothing. Because every creation, whether you feel it's bad, shitty, or just utter meme trash, there it is, I said the word. It's something that you created, and that's important. But thanks for anyone that's actually made it to the end of this, that has listened. I really hope this is uploaded, cause this was nice to do. This was nice to talk about, and we'll see you in space, cowboys and gals.